Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Joe's Wildside Adventures. Today I'm up here at the Athabasca Fishing Lodges with the owner, Cliff Blackmer. How you doing, Cliff?
Very good.
Good to see you. Hey, I guess today we're going to do something a little bit different. We've been fishing around here in this beautiful wilderness area here, catching some lake trout, catching some big northern pike, and today we're going to take a flight, right, up into Richards?
We're going to do a side trip to one of our flyout spots over to Richards Lake, where there's walleye and northern pike.
Great. And you can see our transportation for the day. We're going to get our guys up on this otter. We're going to get up to the lake and do some fishing. So stay tuned when we come back. Joe's Wildside Adventures from Athabasca Lake in Saskatchewan. Well, we just landed on that wonderful plane ride, just magnificent scenery. We got in our boat here at the camp, and Joe took us all the way across the lake. And where are we now, Joe?
We're in the mouth of Anchor Lake River, coming to Richards. We're ready now, so what we're going to do is we're going to be casting out slowly. We're going to just retrieve sweep. It's nice and easy, just jig it.
Well, there's plenty of fish in there, so let me give this a shot and see how we make out here. We have been tried about 5 or 6 different flies, and no luck. And we put this little red fry with the big red eyes on him. Mm-hmm. First cast. There we go. Hooked up. This water is so clear. You can see all the other fish down here following this walleye around. Look at that. Nice healthy fish. Okay. And we're going to throw all these fish back today. Whoop, that's a quick release. Well, we had to move places because the wind was blowing really hard. I was having trouble drifting and keeping the boat steady. And as we're talking here, I hooked up with another fish. But we got back here in Squirrel River. It's really calm. We're out of the wind and we're drifting this canal. This is a nice fighter, and it's a big difference fishing back here, and it's so quiet. Oh, that's a nice walleye there. Look at the size of him. Wow. No. 23? Yeah. Just under 23. There you go, pal. Okay. Hooked up. but it has got to be on the bottom. They're just not going to eat it. That one fought more in the net than he did coming in.
Uh-huh.
Well, came back to the spot. The wind died down a little bit, so we just pulled up. I just threw my line in and hooked up right away. That's a nice fish. Oh, look at this one fighting. A pike tried to come up and eat him.
That usually happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pike tried to come up and eat that walleye. Yeah, like nice looking walleye. Well, that answers that question. I guess there's pike in here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
See the fish down there. There we go. Hooked up. See, I saw a whole bunch of fish. Stay tuned, everybody. Joe's Wildside Adventures will return right after these brief messages. Oh man, I just caught a walleye and a pike ate the walleye. Let's see if we can land both of these. Unbelievable. That pike just, look at him.
Okay.
Look at that. My goodness. I've never seen anything like that. Unbelievable. Look at that. He's up on the surface right now.
I'm gonna move the boat up forward.
Let's see if we can get both of these into the same time. Look at that, he will not let go. Here comes another pike from down below. Look at it. This is unbelievable.
Okay, bring him.
Got him?
Bring him here. Bring him here.
Oh,
Back.
don't let go, don't let go. Oh, he's swimming away. See if we can get him turned around again.
No, he's not gonna let go. He's not gonna let go.
He's not gonna let go?
No.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Let's get this walleye in here anyway. I think that walleye's hurting. Oh, we were so close to landing both of those fish.
you had him right to the net. He's gone.
Just another 6 inches, we'd have had them both. Those all been about the same size today, huh? Right around 20 inches. All right. Got a little one here. Been chasing these little walleye around all day, and as you saw a little bit ago, we had that pike come up and grab that walleye. We just about had him boated. That's a little one there, but well, we're going to throw this little guy back and we're going to move on and go do some pike fishing this afternoon. You saw that little sequence there. I caught the little walleye and the pike came up and tried to eat it. We got it up to the net and almost got him in. But we're going to take a short break and go do some pike fishing. Stay tuned. When we come back, Joe's Wildside Adventures from Athabasca Lodge in northern Saskatchewan. There you go, buddy. Caught a whole bunch of walleye earlier and figured we'd come out and see if we can get a few pike. A little one here. Okay, great. Another pike on here. Just trying to hit this weed bed over here. Get ourselves into position, and he came up and smacked it. Good fighter for such a little guy. There you go.
Look at that muscle.
See if I can entice. There he is. Got him that time. A small one, but aggressive. These fish are laying down on the bottom. Just shut the motor off and drift, and I'm gonna just do a nice little easy strip, and no sooner I said that, bang.
One behind her.
Is there another one? Yeah, there's another one right behind him.
Look at this long. Look at this.
That's a, oh, look how pretty. What's he, about 30? 30 and skinny.
Jeez, that's all.
There he goes. There's a pike over here that's been playing games with me. He came out of the water after my fly once, and he's gone after my fly 4 different times. The problem is it's a little windy when we drift, so I only get one shot at him. So he's right there's a little submerged branch, and he's hanging out behind that branch. And I gotta see if I can get it cast. No, too far. I'll fish that one out and see. But let's see if I can get one in on him. That's where I want to be, right there. There he is. Oh, I missed him again. He swiped there. Oh! Pulled it right out of his mouth that time. Okay. Hopefully I didn't sting him too bad. Give him one more shot. And then we can move on. There he is. He came after it again. He didn't strike at it though. Got him this time. There he is. Only took 7 tries. He just wanted that fly in the worst way, and he kept swiping at it, taking it, and I just couldn't stick him.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. He's not very big, but this one was a lot of fun to catch. It took 7 tries to get him, but I finally ended up catching him. Just a little subtle drift with that fly. Oh, does he want to go? Wow. There's a ledge over here, a nice drop off, and these pike are sitting. Oh, he wants to get me in there. These pike are sitting right on his edge. So I'm throwing into the shore, letting it drift down the ledge, and they're hitting it. He's a good sized fish. Not quite. And I'll tell you what, folks, there is nothing like catching these pike on a fly rod. Got my Temple Fork Outfitters 10-weight rod and reel combination, Jim Teeny line and backing, and some flies from Hadel's Hatches. You can't beat it. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Been catching these all afternoon. We had a wonderful morning. Caught all those walleye this morning, and decided the wind died down a little bit, get the fly rod back out and go after these beautiful pike. Yeah, he's probably about a 30-incher. It's been about an average fish, and we've just been catching them all day, and it's been a blast. So, hey, Joe, thanks a lot, man. It's been a great afternoon. This northern, we're going to get him back in the water here. So that's going to do it for today's show, folks. I want to thank you for watching Joe's Wildside Adventures from Lake Athabasca in Saskatchewan. And make sure you stay tuned for Cooking on the Wild Side coming up next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking on the Wild Side. I hope everybody enjoyed that show from the Athabasca Lodge up in Saskatchewan, Canada. Had a wonderful time up there with Cliff and Stella Blackmer. And today what we're going to prepare is a walleye Parmesan style over a bed of pasta. Before we get started, I would like to say hello to my friends John and Katie. How you doing, John?
Joe, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Katie, good to see you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy. Have you ever had fish Parmesan before?
No, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, great. Okay, let's take a look at our ingredients. We have some fresh walleye fillets, and we're going to dredge that in flour, then the egg wash and the breadcrumbs, and then we're going to deep fry those a little bit on the stove. And then once we do that, we're going to put everything in a pan, and I'm going to make a marinara sauce with garlic and chopped onion and our crushed tomatoes. I have some mozzarella cheese that we're going to put over everything, and then we're going to bake that all in the oven. And as a side dish or a bed, we're going to get some ziti pasta. Okay, so let's get started with the walleye fillets. Just want to dredge them in flour and then run them through the egg wash and then over to the breadcrumbs, and we're going to set them in our plate.
And then you pan fry this?
Mm-hmm. Pan fry it to brown it and then bake it to melt the cheese and cook the sauce in with it. We're going to start our marinara, and I have a little sauce pot here. I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil in here and let that heat up. Let's get our onions and garlic in there. And we're going to put some dried Italian seasoning in here. I have some basil, oregano mixed in here, and then we're going to put some sea salt and some fresh ground black pepper. And you want to saute the onions and garlic and the seasonings in here, get them a little bit soft and cook down a little bit. Time to put our tomatoes in. Now for this recipe that I'm making today, I have 2 cans or 2 quarts of crushed tomatoes, and I have about a half a quart of water, and I rinse the can out to get the rest of the crushed tomatoes out. And we'll get this in here, we'll get it on high heat. You want to bring this up to a boil.
Joe, what kind of fish is the walleye? Is it more of, I know it's a lake fish, but what type of texture is it?
It's a walleye is part of the pike family, and the pike are typically known for a white, delicate fish. So if you want to compare it to a fish that you buy in a grocery store or a fish market, like a grouper or a mahi-mahi, that type of texture. It's real white, flaky, very light. And we're going to get our fillets in here. All right, let's get our walleye turned over. That's exactly what we're looking for. Nice little brown coating on there. And this walleye is going to cook probably 75 to 80% here in the skillet. Well, it looks like our walleye is done, and we're going to turn the heat off. And now I'm going to put it in this roasting pan. And we're going to let a lot of this oil stay in the pan because it really flavors the sauce. We're going to put the marinara right over the fish, and you don't really want to smother it. You know, you want to make it a nice coating all over it, but you don't want to bury it because you want to bring out the fish flavor and the taste. Then what you want to do is we have our grated mozzarella cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle this over the top. And then I'm going to top it off with a little bit of fresh Parmesan. Okay, now I have my oven on 350. I'm going to put a lid on top of there. And we're going to put this in the oven on on 350 for about 15 minutes and we'll be ready to go. All right, let's put our pasta in. Ooh, yeah, there we go. And we're gonna just bring this right here. Set it down.
That looks great.
Put some sauce. Okay. Garnish it with a little bit of fresh parsley and a little bit of Parmesan just for good measure. There you go, Katie.
Thank you so much. This looks magnificent.
Parsley, cheese, and there you have it. Walleye Parmesan with some ziti pasta with a marinara sauce. Here you go,
Thank you, Joe. Good 12-ounce portion there.
Go ahead and dig in.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. I'm so looking forward to trying this. Oh, it smells great. Mmm. That is so delicious.
Thank you.
Really, the layers of flavor are magnificent. It's a flaky white fish and the delicate marinara. With that cheese, it's wonderful.
Well, it looks like John and Katie are enjoying their walleye and the pasta over there. That's going to do it for this week's show, folks. I want to thank you for watching Cooking on the Wild Side, and we'll see you next time. Bon appetit.